ahead in the early game, they can't really fight moving backwards either.
It's all gonna come down to how aggressive they can get in the early game. Remember, Alter Ego with the Boxia, he should be able to roam around a lot quicker to those side lanes. But that's exactly what the Rafaela and the Mardis combination can do as well. It's gonna come back down to the execution in the game. And this is it, ladies and gentlemen, the moment that we have all been waiting for. Will Alter Ego go down with Aura Fire? Or will they be able to continue into this tournament here at MPL ID Season 12? Let's welcome both of the teams and let's welcome you into the Land of Dawn for the final dance from the Red Dragons and the three-faced masks.
Potentially the last game for both teams in Season 12. For Aura Fire is absolute, but let's see Alter Ego. Can they make it? Again, rotation-wise, oh, good pull. Samo now low HP, forced to use the flicker pre-turtle.
No flicker on the Rafaela. Not the biggest of issues, but you can see a bit of a difference in game plan here. Alter Ego putting a lot of attention earlier on onto the EXP lane. Seems like Aran will still be able to do well on this Benedetta though. He is running the Petrify, so logically you assume that he's going to try and participate in these team fights and land massive combos instead of just splitting. Talent predictions by Samsung though, same like the previous game. We'll have to see if we do see a repeat.
1.5 minute in, Aura now cancelled the Shield Unity. Neutral objective still 20 seconds, but take a look at Angela here. He might be caught if he's not careful, but good route that he's taken, a safer route.
Definitely a much safer route here. With Kabuki and Nino trading in hits, you can see that Kabuki is falling a little bit behind in terms of that wave clear as compared to the Bruno. But Aura Fire already some emphasis here in the top side. But other than that, both of these teams have yet to engage. They're going to be focused on the next neutral objective that has already spawned. And to note, Teleboy is at level 4 and Van is as well, so it's a 50-50 until this happens.
Udil almost gets solo killed by Iran. A Petrify was popped. Udil wasn't level 4 yet. Now, with this, Iran and friends are looking for an engage. He's low, final blow popped. Take a look at the passive. Alter Ego still holding on though.
Oh, that was a 4v3 situation initially. But even without the Martis, Van was still able to get that buff right in before this. And I do believe that this is going to be a neutral objective given to Aura Fire.
The early pressure paid off for Aura Fire. And Alter Ego, despite having the oppressive, notorious Boxia Angela combo, they are unable to use it to its full potential. Now with that out of the way, Alter Ego will try and go for some more pickoffs right here because the mobility from the Boxia right now is being completely wasted. Sully Boy has not been able to gank reliably at all for the past like 2 minutes.
Oh, good Astral Echo. Spot still, but they will not commit. Udo, good positioning here, providing vision, but he senses something up. Aura Fire with a quick setup for 4. Udo retreats in time.
Aura Fire now still with a little bit of a gold lead. 1,000 and counting. They're centering focus onto the bottom lane now, looking to punish Nino on the Bruno. So far, unable to get it just yet with the lack of crowd control that they actually have in their composition. All they can bank on is range and their pure damage.
Later on though, without a Farsa, like we mentioned, the Navaria can definitely do some damage, poke pre-engagement, but later on, Nino will have a lot more space to operate in this game, so there's definitely a bit of an urgency situation right here, because the Bruno can burst down the Irrital a lot faster.
Well, let's see here. Both teams here going for the gold lane rotation. Nino already a quarter HP. Good heal there from Rase to make him sustain a little bit more.
Aura Fire needs way more time in order to be able to bank on the damage that you mentioned. Do you not think, Arashi? I mean, right now, Kabuki sure has a little bit of damage going through, forced to use his ultimate, but Sin doing absolutely no damage whatsoever, needs a little bit more items to steamroll through that. We do have a game fact here by Grab. this game is going to determine the fate of Alter Ego. If Alter Ego loses, it will be in the first time in Alter Ego's history that Alter Ego does not advance to the playoffs. This is something we've discussed earlier on, but Selly Boy here.
Baptism popped. Samo now looking for the disengage. Vando jumps in alone. Odil might be the prime target. Netherrealm in time. The silence connects though, but Odil will fall. First blood, forward side of Aura. Nino gets taken down, and that's Alter Ego without the damage dealer. What will they do here as Aura still hovering around the turtle? And it seems like they will take the turtle without retreat. Let's see, Iran slice in and dash in, but it seems like the damage will be enough here from the side of Alter Ego to take him down. And Alter Ego now gets the lead though. Alter Ego, they've managed to somehow equalize.
But they don't go in for the turtle contest despite Van being unavailable in this particular team fight. Celebrate was taken low enough. Arana did enough damage along with Sin to reset this entire situation, and now it looks like Aura Fire has the better setup.
Distribution battle. Let's see. Will it be a drive-through? It will still fall to the hands of Van. In trade of Samo, though, now Van caught in a 3-man rotation. Seems like the damage should be enough, and there he goes. It's a 2-for-1, but they got the turtle.
They're trading objectives right here for kills, and Aran does what he does best, pushing away, trying to find pressure on the other side of the map before any kind of punish can come his way. Alter Ego, though, has done a great job right here, fighting against a Martis and a Benedetta, and somehow not getting completely destroyed. Part of it's partially due to the combo, the Angela and the Baxia, but the execution from Alter Ego so far is pretty good.
Oh dear!
Oh my god! The calculation was not on point there. Wouldn't even pop the flicker, and he still gets taken out.
Oh man, that's a really good pick in for Aura Fire. And if we take a look at the gold differences, that is gone. I really wanted to see the differences between the gold lane. Did you get a chance to catch it?
Nope.
Nope.
It's
all right.
Way too fast.
Okay, we'll see it later on when we see the items. It should pop up real soon, but so far it looks like Kabuki is not falling behind. He's actually ahead in terms of EXP, so we can assume that is it Bruno falling behind? Kabuki has that item as well, Berserker Fury. I wonder how far things are going for the team. Bruno has the Has Claws. Iritel has a Has Claws in the Berserker Fury, so it's Kabuki who actually was able to win that lane.
He's still ahead of the curve, but that's also due to these fights where he's been able to actually get some value. In one of those fights, Nino was taken down quite early, so that's probably why there's a bit of a discrepancy. Now though, again, with the Baxia and Tao, they're going to try and make a play, but Aran is way too slippery on this Benedetta. This might not really amount to much.
Well, let's see though. Final blow forced. Pine in the mid. 3v1. Baptism connects, but it seems like with the bravest fighter, he's able to sustain that damage. No casualties on the board though. Take a look at top side. Kabuki will be able to zone Rasi away to take that structure. Van now in a bit of a pickle. Good Astral Echo. Spotting 3. Samo and Aran looking for an angle here to perhaps open up, engage. Nino, whoa! No retreat, no problem. Alter Ego still claims the turtle there.
Flashbacks of the former Nino self.
Ooh.
The Turtle Slayer.
Ooh.
There were so many moments where Nino was actually able to get the turtle, the neutral objectives, and even the Lord, but that was on a Beatrix. We're seeing that former self come through just a little bit here as we take a look finally at the in-game equipment. Now we can talk about it.
Only a 400 gold advantage for Kabuki, but the bulk of his core items are completed. One more item left here just to ensure that he has a healthy damage output, but Alter Ego, they pull the trigger.
Shield Unity does not connect on towards anyone. Take a look at Van here. Looking for a cheeky angle. Selly Boy soaks in the damage. Van shows himself, but will not commit. Seems like the structure in the bot lane will be the prio, but no. Aura Fire says we'll hold on to that.
Doesn't look like they want to risk it.
What's difficult right now is the fact that Van on the Martis has the blade armor. So in a long drawn out fight, Nino is going to have a whole lot more difficult of a time compared to Kabuki, who is not dealing with that damage reflection on the side of Alter Ego.
Okay, 45 seconds on the first Lord. Again, they're rotating towards bottom. Bruno here is the first one to occupy that lane. So let's see here, the response from sort of our Aura Fire. Yeah, no fight whatsoever. 3 for 4 total kills here.
And all the while, Iran just doing what he does best, man. Pushing in that top side, causing issues in for Alter Ego. But this time, Alter Ego has the Angela, who should be able to split, but needs to be very careful in that 1v1 against Aran, who is building up into that damage. Barassi should be able to come into the team fights a lot quicker compared to the Benedetta. And that's exactly what they're trying to go for here, with Van taken quite low.
That's a good disengage there. The top lane, take a look. Oh, it's a solo kill perhaps. Rossi taking damage, runs under the turret. Final blow to escape, but then again, his agenda, his main agenda is to take the inner. He got it.
This is prime Aran effect at play, man. He is split pushing like a madman. And the Angela can't really deal with it. Of course, she can clear, but with the Petrify in hand, it's a lot of dangers that Alter Ego is facing, and they're gonna rush down this Lord, trying to make sure that there's no macro interference from Aura Fire.
Yeah, good zone. Van now low HP. Take a look at the Nether Realm there. Samo gets taken out completely. Sally Boy with the Lord take, and Aran now stunned. The final blow canceled out, and Rossi will secure that kill. Odil 1 HP manages to recall Van now. Will he want to re-engage? The answer is no. Samo and Aran there taken out, plus Alter Ego. They got the Lord.
And Kabuki was looking in for a flank, but was barely doing any damage onto the members of Alter Ego. That plan completely failed out for Aura Fire, and Alter Ego have the benefit here.
Massive benefit. Having a Lord means that the split push won't be as effective. It's part of how you're going to deal with split pushers, right? You force them into a 5v5 and go on an objective that they can't let go. Earlier, that was the Lord, and now with the waves pushing in by default, Alter Ego, they can force Aura Fire into a 5v5. The exact scenario that Aura Fire are trying to avoid using the split push, the Aran effect.
Let's see the siege. Let's see. Tier 2 in the top lane will be the target. Lord is still the first Lord, so no charges. Van trying to be sandbag in the front lane. Caught though. Damage isn't really there. Silly Boy was helped by the hard guard as well. But yeah, no base turret here touched. Only the tier 2 top lane. Now the purple. Will they commit on a fight? Retreat battle.
Oh, Sin gets it!
Oh my god, Sin gets the purple.
He's able to steal it away. What a lucky shot.
It's a lot of damage on that Astral Sphere too, man. But all things considered, having a Lord, not getting even the first mid lane turret, man, you're seeing the effect that Aran has by cutting these waves, being uncatchable as well due to the lack of crowd control from Alter Ego, having a more team fight oriented composition. So this is going to be the story of the game until later on. The stronger the Lord becomes, the more difficult it is for Aran to try and have the same effect, and that will be the key for Alter Ego to win, right? Stall the game out, save as much structures as possible until they can use the Lord to completely turn back the advantage from Aura Fire.
I look at things in a little different way here. If you drag this game on long enough, does Aura Fire not have the advantage here? Wouldn't that be in favor of Aura Fire? You have the Iritel, you have Sin on the Novaria, Kabuki just secured that Malefic Roar, and perhaps we're banking on that damage, that penetration as well, to have a little bit more of an impact in this team fight. And do you see that item come through for Sin? Divine Glaive.
Divine Glaive on Novaria. It's a big problem for the frontliners. But I feel like in the late game, having a Bruno is solid, and having a Faramis also means that your team fighting is a lot more solid, to be honest. But depending on how it plays out, right? I think the main thing is that Van is going to fall off on the Martis, and that's always a concern whenever you have a jungle Martis. How powerful can you get in the early game, and how much value can you get before it gets to that late game where you start to fall off? Same thing can be said about the Benedetta.
I think the Benedetta is still being really annoying here for the neutral objective setup, forcing Pai to actually control that wave in the top side. And it's causing Alter Ego a little bit of distress when it comes down to the setup here. Aran already going back to the bottom lane. His mobility is super insane here, forcing Angela into the bottom lane, forcing to do the housekeeping. Aran now pushing in that mid lane as well. And the Lord is almost taken out.
Oh, careful, hard guard will find the back line. And Samo will be the main target here. Astral Recall finds 5, but Samo will be taken out first. With that, it's a 5v4. Aura Fire, are they going to risk it here? Getting the control towards the Lord? Seems like no. Iran is already in the bottom lane. That says a lot in the mid. That's 3-4-4. So yeah, I mean, Iran will claim the structure though, bottom lane. But Alter Ego, in compensation, they most likely will secure and commit the Lord. Pi jumps in on towards Raven's Fighter here, Van Mortal Coil, but it seems like it will be met by Selly Boy, who secures the kill. Kabuki looking for a kill, looking for a trade. Iran jumps in with the final blow. That's a risky move, but it did not pay off. Nino finds the kill.
Sporadic fights breaking out right here for both these teams, but 2 members down from Aura Fire, and that's a massive miscalculation. Nino survives. The Lord gets secured as well. Sin tried to went for the steal, but it won't be allowed. Now with the stronger Lord at their disposal, they're gonna try and equalize the structural differences. Can Aura Fire defend? They have good high ground. They have a lot of AoE they can use to clear out these waves. Will Alter Ego force a fight?
What in the world was that? That was such a risky play coming in from Iran. Selly Boy now using his brunt force to be aggressive into the jungle, but look at the damage coming from Kabuki. He needs to be careful at this point, especially now Kabuki opts for another item, DHS.
DHS and Kabuki make sure that Selly Boy and Pi will have to respect his damage. With the Lord crashing on the top side, though Selly Boy zones everyone away.
Oh, let's see. Selly Boy, Puissance, and the hard guard. Lord now will be taken care of. Udil forced to use the flicker. Oh my goodness, the damage will be enough. Kabuki with the calculation there. Intelligent play finds the pickoff.
And now Kabuki is finally online. Alter Ego, they need to respect that damage. They can't go for aggressive plays like that, or you'll get punished. Udil being the first one to receive the wake-up call that they severely needed here in the 17th minute of the game. And this is what I was concerned about for Alter Ego. I understand there is definitely value in the Nether Realm coming in from Udil in these team fights, but as long as they can wait it out in long drawn team fights, Aura Fire should be able to out-damage Alter Ego in those particular situations.
Well, as Nino and Rossi make a big combo, right? Nino can go in aggressively, start doing a lot of damage, and then just stay immortal technically with the help of the hard guard. Udil also has the passive of the Fire Mist to work with here. He can really bait out a kill, trade 1-for-1, and respawn faster. So Alter Ego definitely have more quote-unquote tools, but based on raw damage, I think I have to agree. Novaria, Benedetta, and the Irithel as well. There's way more damage available for Aura Fire in a full, proper, just a fully committed team fight.
Good orange buff take here by Alter Ego. 40 seconds on towards the next floor here. It seems like they will weather the storm. Both Aura and Alter Ego not looking for a crazy fight. But then again, if the opponent overextends, they need to be there to punish. Ooh. There you go, Kabuki almost there. Forcing, shooing Udil away.
That's such a 50-50 play, right? Sure, aggression is good from Kabuki. He was able to get that pick onto Udil earlier on in the top lane near the base of Aura Fire, but in certain situations, if Alter Ego can adjust and adapt to that kind of playstyle, they should be able to capitalize over that aggression, and that would lead to Aura Fire's defeat here in the third game.
Definitely. For Alter Ego, it's still a simple situation though. Play for the Lord, and with the base tower taken on the top side for Aura Fire, it's going to be a bit more of an easy macro situation for Alter Ego. With the Blade Armor finish for Selly Boy, you have to wonder who is going to be benefiting from the hard guard in this fight. Because it could be Selly Boy, or it could be Nino.
Again, Lord Dance occurred. Top lane has been 80% in favor of Aura Fire this whole time. Let's see though, will the base turret in the top lane be more affected or not? 3,000 gold lead though in economy is in the hands of Alter Ego. Though we are going to the minutes of where the economy will become relevant. Let's see. Actual recall popped. Puissance from Selly Boy here, looking for the right engage, plus the hard guard Oh, Silly Boy low, Nether Realms triggered. The Lord isn't resetted. There you go, the reset. Alter Ego can, again, weather the storm and wait it out now.
Bob and weave, but they don't have the Netherrealm just yet to utilize, nor the Heart Guard. And that's information for Aura Fire here in the 19th minute of the game. We're hitting to 20, we're entering the late game. And up until this point, still the Benedetta, a constant presence in that top lane. Samo gets to, but is there follow-up?
Kabuki stunned in the back lane. Wind of Nature popped as well. Alter Ego has no enough firepower, but Telly Boy! He was caught there. He has no resource to escape. Take a look at top lane. Aran again, this time going up against minions. It paid off.
That's an inhibitor turret taken down by Aran. All the while this was happening. The dominance fight between both of these teams. And in the end, Aura Fire are able to capitalize over the Lord. They're winning it out in the macro game.
That's a tragic blunder from Alter Ego, man. They used everything, even in Netherrealm, but they were just indecisive. They didn't know if they're gonna go forward or backwards to try and catch Aran or the rest of Aura Fire. Whereas they could have very easily just went for the Lord instead. I mean, it's gonna be a 50-50, but I feel like at that point, with the Heart Guard popped and with Aura Fire moving away from the situation, even if the Aura Fire went for a 50-50, they could have gotten death timers on the board. But instead, they lose a base turret for nothing. Now they lose the Lord, guaranteed, and they're forced to defend against the longer range coming in from Aura Fire.
Yep, the last tier 2 from the side of Alter Ego will be taken out. Base turret bottom lane, half HP. Lord, healthy Lord, mind you, is marching top lane. Let's see the defense though. Alter Ego now holding on, clearing the mid lane turret. Aran looking for a nasty angle. Does not quite find it just yet. Lord should be taken care of. The base exposed though. Minions jumping in, crashing in the front side. It is going to be Nino taken out. That is the signal. Aura Fire, will they close at the dreams of Alter Ego? It's alive for now still. Selly Boy low, looking for an escape route, does not get it. Alter Ego looking for the clear, still Aura hovering around low HP. Looking for an engage, looking for an opening. Aran, let's say no final blow. Pi receiving damage. Neo, 30 seconds on the clock. Pi loses immortality. The base quite wide open here. Van looking for the end, and there you go. The dream of Alter Ego will be shut down.
If we go down, then we go down together. For the first time in history, ladies and gentlemen, Alter Ego do not make it to the playoffs.
The masks are shattered, man. It is over. Despite everything they did, despite all the improvements, Aura has just ended the run for Alter Ego in a very exciting best of 3 series, and it ends up being the last performance we'll see in the season for both these teams.
Aura Fire, definitely the villains of this story. Whichever this way this game result went, it would have made no difference for Aura Fire.
No.
But they took it into their own hands. They took it away from Alter Ego. And you can see just the agony on everyone's faces. Odil, Sally Boy, Rossi, Nino. They couldn't do it. They couldn't do it this season. With the up and down performance from Alter Ego, with so much banking on them for this particular match.
I did not expect this ending, ladies and gentlemen. Aura Fire with the upset. They were relentless, and Alter Ego falls victim of a dragon assault.
Dragons, man, they won't let you go down without a fight. And fight Aura did. Everyone was counting them out, saying that they're at the bottom. It's over. Stay there. Just keep losing games. You'll achieve nothing more this season. but they have just proven